Hello and welcome to World of Warships again. It's me, Falschenwilder, and today we're going to be looking at the Tier 7 German battleship Gneisenau. Now, this ship is different than how she was actually how she was in reality when she was in service with the Kriegsmarine during World War II. Here in game, she has the fitted or planned upgrades of having her 9 11-inch guns replaced with 3 twin 15-inch guns in turrets similar to the Bismarck and Tirpitz, with the sort of long rectangular shape and the twin 15-inch 52 caliber rifles. She's very fast, but in addition to being fast, she's also armored quite well with that nice 70mm bow piece and the 25mm plate like other battleships at this tier. But that 70mm bow plate and the 350mm belt make this thing into something that's quite possibly one of, if not the toughest ships in the game at its tier. Significantly more tough than something like the Colorado or even the Nagato. It's also the fastest at 32 knots, but all that speed comes at the cost of firepower. Not only does it have the smallest guns at tier 7, 15-inch, as opposed to 16 on the Nagato and the Colorado, which I don't have here in port. There we go. The Colorado, with its 4 twin 16-inch turrets, the Gneisenau makes do with not only fewer at 6, but also smaller caliber at 15-inch. However, unlike the 45 caliber 16-inch guns that the Nagato and the Colorado both have, these are 52 caliber, so they're very, very high velocity, which helps. It makes it very easy to hit what you're aiming at. I'm sure the more observant of you will notice that the ship also does have a slot for torpedoes here. These. It has three tubes on each side that go 6 kilometers and 64 knots. So they're pretty short range, but they're fast. So they're a good sort of, oh hey, look, you're point blank range. Boom, you're dead. They also hit pretty hard at 13,700 damage. They're the same torpedoes that all the German cruisers get from tier 4 and tier 5 and up. In fact, they're actually no, that's the Tirpitz and Bismarck, never mind. What a lot of people forget is, or what I presume they forget is, because a lot of people seem to realize that the Gneisenau doesn't have the torpedoes, or they think it doesn't. The Scharnhorst, its sister here, which actually does have the historical loadout of 9 11-inch guns, as well as all the 150s and the 105s, as opposed to the Gneisenau's twin 128s for secondaries, and also secondaries and dual-purpose anti-aircraft guns here, 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 and here, and there, and the same on the other side except for this one in the middle. The Scharnhorst and Gneisenau both have torpedoes. When it comes to the tier 8, the Bismarck, the Tirpitz, the premium tier 8, does have torpedoes. The Bismarck does not. So on that logic, while some might think, oh, the Gneisenau is not a premium, it doesn't have torpedoes, they'd be in for a nasty surprise. And while they're very few and they take a good while to reload at 68 seconds, and because of their placement, they do actually have very good traverse arcs. Something along the lines of like here to here, from like this sort of traverse out to that way, up, and you have it on both sides, so it's a pretty good drop one, swing around, drop the other, and then boop, there you have more guns to bear. So today we've got a replay where I had an Iowa class, the USS Missouri, armed with not only 3 more guns for 9, but they're also 16-inch 50 caliber rifles. One of these, the Missouri. We square off with him, or try to. Oh, spoilers. And let's just say the end results are interesting. So, let's have a look and see what she can do. Okay, so this was a battle I did in my Gneisenau with my friend there in the Miyoko. Yes, he's pink. Don't ask about it. It's a long story. And we're on the ridge line, or mountain range map, I should say. The replay calls it ridge for some reason. And I'm gonna go to free cam here so we don't deal with my constant zooming in and out. I'll go back to it at certain points, but not entirely sure what I was sitting here doing exactly at the start of the match. Oh, yeah, that's what I was doing. I was typing in the thing there. They have an extra tier 8, and they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 8s, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so they have 1 more 8 than we do, but we've got me. So we'll see how that pans out. And there's a friendly shores up there ahead, and my Yoko friend there just to my starboard side. My friend just pings the map telling me where he wants to go. We had voice comms going, but unfortunately the game doesn't record that, at least as far as I know it doesn't. Now, Gneisenau, it's fast, it's got good armor. The one thing you could sort of say it's lacking is the fact that it only has 6 guns. Well, 3 2-barrel turrets, and they're only 15-inch guns at tier 7, which gives it the fewest and the smallest number of guns at tier 7, and I'm just furiously pinging away at that North Carolina way over there, going the wrong direction for seemingly of no reason. I have no idea why he's doing that. Top tier battleship, he should be not afraid to get stuck in. The North Carolina's a brute of a ship if you play it right. Just telling him, hey, you're going the wrong way. The fight's to the south. Excuse me. Lining up on... I popped my spotter plane. I'm lining up on... Listen to the enemy Scharnhorst, which has the historical loadout these ships had of 9 11-inch guns and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 12, 8 or 12 150 millimeter or 5.9 or 6-inch guns, if whatever you want to call it. However, the Gneisenau has the upgrade of the proposed upgrade of having the 11-inch guns removed and replaced with turrets similar to what's on the Bismarck and Tirpitz, so the twin-mounted 15-inch guns that are very long and rectangular, almost like houses or train cars. Taking some more shots and no hits on that one. Excuse me. Real froggy today. And as you can see, the Gneisenau is very fast, doing 31.6 knots, which is just shy of 30-something miles an hour, or just a little over 30 miles an hour, which for something that's 700 feet long, that's pretty impressive, I'd say. See that Missouri over there? We're gonna see more of him later. He just disappeared behind that smoke. We're firing on the Atago here. Nothing. Accuracy's not too great on this thing, despite only having 6 guns. You'd think it would be better, but balance. You get the nice 26-second reload, so that's pretty good. And bow on, this thing is basically a Bismarck or a Tirpitz anyway, because it's 4 15-inch guns that are 52 caliber, not the little 42s that you get it for the Warspite at tier 6, or the 45s that the Baron gets. For some reason, my shell flight watching button isn't working. I was going to show you that shot, but there's the Charles Martel. I'm not going to try and French words. Little light cruiser over there. Actually, no, it's heavy? Yeah, it's a heavy. That's the thing that comes after the Algerie or Algeria, which is what it's named for in French. There's that Missouri again. Now, Missouri, got thing to remember, Missouri is tier 9. The Gneisenau is only tier 7. So he's automatically got a 2-tier advantage over me. So you'd think he'd be willing to just get into a scrap, right? Well, spoilers. Although the video title will probably tell you otherwise. I don't know, we'll see. Firing on the Charles again. The Missouri just killed our Fletcher. Enemy Colorado. Just bouncing some stuff off my armor. There's that Missouri again. A Bismarck. What am I going to shoot at this time? I think I'm lining up on the Bismarck. Wait, no. Missouri. No, Bismarck. I do apologize for the shaky camera. I think it's something to do with the replays and frames per second, and I think that Colorado just disconnected, so let's shoot at him. And he's sitting dead still. Got 4 out of 6 hits, not too bad. 4 penetrating hits, I should say. That's pretty good. I'll take that. Just turning to avoid this island, and something's seeing me, which the only thing that can be, it's that Missouri, because the enemy destroyers are on the other side of the map. We're currently actually losing. The Missouri just killed my Mayoko, so or my friend there. Gonna have to avenge him later, but as I was about to say, we're currently losing. They have all 3 cap points. The enemy team has all 3 cap points and almost 3 times almost twice our score. We're down 5 ships, they're down only 3. You can see there in the top of the screen. They have a clear advantage, and I just was telling the team to go, hey, go cap A, please. We're behind, we're gonna lose. And just like that, our Bismarck sunk theirs. It's a interesting name there. There's that Missouri. Whoop, just set the Colorado on fire again. Or not again, but for the first time. Twice. So I guess you could say I did it again, because it did it once and then again, but I guess, who knows. Our Akizuki, pinging him, trying to figure out what the heck he's doing. Get in here and help support the capture of the A point. Colorado is still disconnected, or AFK, or whatever. Fired 6, and nothing? That's kind of strange. Our friendly Gneisenau up there is dodging torpedoes, and there's a little bit of a torpedo beat, and so is that Iowa. Alright. Now I'm starting to turn my attention back into this Missouri. I think he's about to execute our hipper there. Our Akizuki just destroyed their Shiratsuyu. We just captured the A point, so now we're somewhat back in the game. And if you noticed, just like that, they're down 6 ships to R5. We've now caught up and we're only 100 points behind. Firing some high explosive at this Missouri because he's got a pretty questionable angle for 15-inch guns. You can see there he is. I just hit him twice, broke a couple AA guns. That what I believe is a New Orleans is shooting me because there's 2 of them. Yes, I believe that's the New Orleans. Which one it is, I could not tell you, but my username was, I wouldn't be able to tell you because I don't know who it is right now. Oh, there he is. It's that Tanks a Lot 555. Huh. Interesting. There's that Missouri. He's on 31,000 health. He's repairing, so he's up to 33,000. He's on about half health. I'm on about full health, and you can see his half health is almost the same as mine near full. But the Gneisenau's got a lot of health for a tier 7. And you can see in chat there I said, "Come here, Missouri." I'm sorry I missed that, but yeah, look at this. A tier 9 battleship in full retreat from a tier 7. It's like, what are you doing, dude? You can see my secondaries blazing away at him. Because of the angle he's at, he can only really bring his rear turret to bear when I can bring all 3 of mine. Like, you can see he has no intention of fighting me. Is that New Orleans thinking he's going to be clever and hit me with fire? I'm busy repairing. My secondaries are still shooting at the Missouri. See him going off there. Load the high explosive because he's angled. Got 4 penetrating hits, not too bad. See, this guy's got a full brown alert. He's running the heck away. I mean, if he had stayed and fought, he probably would have won. But the fact that he's keeping the majority of his firepower away from actually shooting me, he's gonna lose. Now fire again. 2 hits out of 4, and I set him on fire. And at this angle, his 16-inch guns aren't going to really do a whole heck of a lot to me. And here he goes, giving me the broadside. And yes, the Gneisenau does have torpedoes, just like its sister. I feel like a lot of people forget this, because the Scharnhorst has torpedoes, and so does the Tirpitz, and they think, oh, wait, premium battleships only get torpedoes. Nope. Gneisenau, the standard, does as well. And here come his mains again, and not much. And bringing the guns around. Still got the high explosive loaded. And just like that, it's a tier 9 American battleship who fled from a tier 7. And now I'm sitting here burning away happily, like Jingles would say. But yeah, I don't know if you were paying attention, but see, it's now boiled down to 3v4. However, the enemy team still does have the points advantage because of the bases they've captured. I'm taking a pot shot at that New Orleans because I know where he is. He's behind that island. You can see the shells coming in. Exact, there they are. In fact, you can tell he's right on that island because some of his shells hit the island. And here comes a whole one of those. It was at this point he knew he screwed up. And what Jingles would probably call a sudden rush of poo to the brain. Not entirely sure how I missed that shot there, but he's probably thinking, oh, I'll just rush this Gneisenau and burn him to death. See, there's the torpedoes I actually launch them this match. I don't always, but sometimes I do. So this guy is just constantly launching HE, trying to just melt me away. There's some fire coming in from that Bismarck who just nailed the crap out of this guy, and then get out of here. Yeah, what were you thinking there, bud? Like, what? What were you doing? Pardon me as I scratch my ear. So now it's just a Hipper and a Fletcher left. And there's the Hipper. Being prepared for a sudden jump, I'm gonna jump back into my view and see what we're looking at here. So, for not being the historically accurate Gneisenau, the Gneisenau here in game, even though it would seem to be kind of lackluster at Tier 7, like having the smallest and fewest number of guns, being fast, but having some pretty good armor, but torpedoes, but only 3 of them on each side, and they only go 6 kilometers. The thing is surprisingly effective. Back to the free cam, so just tag him a little bit. This guy's completely screwed. There's nothing he can do. The Hipper's a good ship, but not when it's being focused by 3 or 4 battleships, all of whom are in range. We got the Iowa out there, the North Carolina, the Bismarck, and me. Z is trying to sit bow on and absorb as much of the firepower as he can. The only problem is he's a cruiser. And they can't really do that too well. Not when it comes to battleship caliber guns. You see the Bismarck secondaries are blazing away because he's got Tier 10 kilometer or Tier 10 secondary battery range, which is upwards of 10.6 or almost 11 kilometers. I'm not quite in range yet. My secondaries only have a 6 kilometer range. And I just casually swiped that kill from the Bismarck. Sorry, dude, but all's fair in love and war. I'm gonna go. My secondary's blazing away at the Fletcher. The Gneisenau may not be the Bismarck, and they may only be a bunch of 128s, but they're not to be trifled with. And wow, that was a lucky drop or a lucky dodge there because the torpedoes drowned. Yeah, I'm gonna see what I can do to support this Bismarck and finding this destroyer, because even I mean, it is a Fletcher. It could still kill the Bismarck. He is on half health, and we know he's out of the smoke screen. He just tipped his hand. The fact that I can see him, he can see me, and I have the indication of knowing when I'm spotted, tells me he's not in that smoke screen. Our Gneisenau is warning us to be careful not to be too close, because if we're too close, one torp stride will kill us. I'm just acknowledging that, so I move away a bit. Still kind of close.
Unser Sieg ist in Sicht.
The secondaries start going off, and so do mine. And you can just see, what's going on. Looks like these torpedoes are meant for me.
Torpedos voraus.
And that's it. Battle's over. Alrighty, so here we go. Here's the results from that battle. Did 222,229 damage. Or credits, I mean. Wish that would have been a little more even there. We have 2222222. Be kind of funny. Not too bad in XP. Good amount of free XP earned. Did 81,000 damage, 39 shell hits, 1 Citadel penetration, 3 kills, 4 fires, 75 secondary battery hits. Became 4th on the team with 1,457 base experience earned. Not too bad for a bottom tier ship, huh? Friend didn't do too badly here with 1,229 experience earned. And you see, here's that Missouri. That's like almost half of his health. If he had just stood there and fought, he probably would have beaten me, but he ran. There's our suicidal New Orleans friend there. Next time I think he'll learn not to rush Gneisenau. There's that Hipper we sort of snatched the kill on. Colorado we were beating up a bit. Fired 64 high explosive shells and 68 armor piercing shells for a total of 40 hits. Not about a third of the accuracy, pretty much. 30-ish% hit ratio. Not the best. Good amount of secondary battery hits. Some fire damage. Got hit a lot. 110 hits. Mostly high explosive, which I guess were destroyer shells because it really didn't do a whole heck of a lot of damage. But, yeah, not too bad. Like I said, the ship is tough. Although I have sustained close to 100,000 damage in this thing, if I'm not mistaken. But, anyway. A nice chunk of credits. 100,000 earned from premium account time and, camo, I believe. Nice chunk of commander XP. And we still would have made a profit even if we weren't running a premium account. Well, until next time, this is Falschmilder signing off.